Quick credentials so you know where I'm speaking from. I started my career as a penetration tester, and while there, I taught Ernst& Young's Extreme Hacking course. The case that I'm about to make to you is that AI does not write secure code. And this messaging needs to come from people that understand the intersection between cybersecurity and modern AI assisted coding. Now, let me set the stage. This is the narrative that we keep hearing. If AI is competent enough to write the code, then why wouldn't it be competent enough to secure it? And I feel like dismissing that question without evidence is how our entire industry loses credibility. AI secures what AI builds. Coding assistants are the new application security. And lastly, budgets collapse. By the end of this session, I'm going to explain why none of this is true. Plus, we have independent research and incidents that show that all three of these claims are, in fact, inverted. These are the stories that executives will remember. First, Replit. Jason Limkin of SAST was vibe coding an app with Replit's AI agent. During that work, the agent deleted his production database, despite all caps warnings not to make changes. The part that should show every one of us, it fabricated 4,000 fake user records to fill the empty tables and was emphatic that a rollback was impossible. Both were lies. The rollback worked fine. The takeaway, agents can take destructive actions, not just write bad code. Second, cursor's YOLO mode. This auto run mode executes commands without user confirmation. Developers have published accounts of it deleting source files, force pushing over working code, and running destructive shell commands. Third, Copilot prompt injection. Researchers have repeatedly hijacked Copilot through instructions hidden in code comments, GitHub issues, or pulled in docs, making it exfiltrate code, leak secrets, or suggest backdoors. Fourth, Anthropic's own research. In sandboxed agentic misuse evaluations, each model was threatened with being shut down and replaced. In response, most of the models attempted blackmail to avoid being shut down. Four incidents, four lessons. Agents can act, not just suggest. That's why everything that we discuss around defense in depth, threat modeling, human review, scanning, and monitoring matters. Now, what I think should be good news, we aren't being sent into obscurity by AI. In fact, I hope you've seen during this presentation that cybersecurity is even more important and more relevant. Velocity. The traditional model of software depended on a review window. That window has been compressed to almost nothing with AI. Volume. Every developer gets an output multiplier of 5x in terms of code output. Autonomy. The Replit story illustrates it. AI can do more than just make suggestions. It can literally do everything from making commits to building infrastructure, making deployments, and everything in between. Velocity times volume times autonomy. That product is the new attack surface that we need to account for and to deal with. The intent here is to give you solid advice on how to improve the security outcomes when using coding assistants. The framing for this section is not don't use AI. It's here's how to use AI responsibly and safely. If you take anything of value away from today's webinar, it's this stack of guardrails. Grounding the AI is the single biggest lever for safer, better AI assisted code. Coding standards. The AI will violate your style guide if you don't write it down. Security standards. The AI knows OWASP exists, but it doesn't know which controls you chose. Architecture and ADRs. The AI has no institutional memory, and you must supply it. Data model. What constitutes PII, what needs to be encrypted, and data retention rules. The threat model. Who might attack this application and why? A compliance overlay. Which controls apply and what security, GRC, or auditors will ask. Feed it your policies and standards at the beginning, not the end. Finally, modern AI constructs. Rules reference specifications and documentation. Agents.md feeds standards to the agent automatically. MCPs let it reach databases and other systems in a controlled fashion. Route your work through various slash commands. Each can spawn the right agent, and that agent can be pinned to a specific model with an independence check and report only review baked in. Skills are the playbooks. The commands route by model. These make AI more deterministic, lift code quality, improve security, compliance, and also reliability. Now, here are 5 important takeaways. One, AI coding velocity is real and it can ship with security debt. Two, even when you do everything right, as I did my best to do, your AI assisted application still needs traditional AppSec scanning, SAST, software composition analysis, and DAST. Three, cybersecurity is not being commoditized. The attack surface is expanding faster than ever in our lifetimes. Four, new attack classes need new defensive thinking. Prompt injection, slop squatting, agentic abuse. Five, Black Duck's portfolio maps cleanly to this new world. Each and every one of our product line, SAST, software composition analysis, and DAST, and others like Defensics, gets more important, not less. These are the 5 things that I want you to walk away from this webinar understanding today and tomorrow.